Hello, my name's Steve and welcome back to the Brick Army. Today's build is going to be the mighty M1A2 Abrams main battle tank by a company called Kazi, or Kazi maybe, but Kazi is better. And for anybody who doesn't know, in English slang, Kazi is another name for toilet, so Kazi it is today. Also, this is a 2-in-1 build, or potentially a 2-in-1 build. The second option is this monstrosity, a Hummer with tracks. And yes, bizarrely, it is a real thing. I've googled it. It's not a military vehicle, but people have put tracks on a Hummer. I'm not quite sure of the reasons why, but I'm sure they had very good reasons for it. So that's today's build. But before we start, there's one thing I wanted to mention. Kazi, apart from its name, may be my new favourite manufacturer, and the reason being they have bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, 4, 5, 6. They're labelled. They're not just chucked in randomly like some companies. Goes on. So that should hopefully make the build a lot cleaner, a lot simpler, and maybe even a lot quicker. Right, let's crack on and build. Hi, welcome back. So here we have it, the M1A2 Abrams. Well, what do we think of this? First of all, set the instructions. The instructions, serviceable. They do the job. They're a little bit quirky in places, but it's okay. I don't think it's going to win any awards. Certainly not as good as the Sembo one that I had for the J35. It's okay, it will get you through, and that's about it. The quality of the bricks on this, though, are absolutely superb. There's no gaps, everything fits tightly together. Sometimes that actually can be a little bit of a problem. So for instance, the access to the engine here and the plate that the turret is mounted on, you can't fit one in and then have the other one on top. They just won't marry up. They're too tight. So you actually got to sort of bring them up and then put them in together. That's the only way you can do it, which I don't mind, I'll be honest with you, because like for instance with the Jaguar Panther there, the upper and the lower glacis at the front there, and I'm not going to touch it because it will fall apart, but I can do this. Whereas the Panther would explode. I mean, that's excellent. This is probably the least fragile model tank that I've ever built, and for that purposes, just for that, I've got to be able to recommend this. I think the accuracy, the dimensions, proportionality, pretty good. The only issue I had was the cross brace in here, in the actual gun itself. The cross slider that went in there was just a little bit too loose, and so you ended up with a wonky limp gun, and nobody likes a wonky limp gun. But fortunately had a little bit that was about the same sort of size, whacked it in there, and no limpy drooping gun anymore. So what do I think of it overall? It's pretty good. I paid $45.83 for this. It took a while. You know, it's 1,500 pieces, something approaching that. I would say almost entirely split between the turret and the main body of the tank. The turret really is quite a work of art, and how that's made, and took a substantial amount of time as well. The diorama, very nice, but it's not an intrinsic part of the build. It's not why we would buy this over another M1A2 just because it had a diorama, and I'm assuming that a lot of the excess bricks and pieces that I had over, some of them will be used on the second of this 2-in-1 model, the Hummer, and potentially some of the bricks that are used in the Abrams would not be used in the Hummer. So there we go. But I think if you're watching this and your other half is a brick lover and it's coming up for their birthday or Christmas or whatever, anniversary, whatever it is that you would buy them a present for, if they like brick tank models and you brought them this, I think they'd be very, very happy. I certainly would have been. It's a very, very good model. I've got no complaints here at all. So hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen here today, and if you have, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the future. You take care. Bye bye.